Oh, I look tired. I bloody feel it. I tell you. Um, it's not been a bad day. Like I woke up almost another 10 grand ahead of where I am now. Um, but yeah, all the things that I held overnight did really well. I didn't sell them at open. I was sort of just waiting and looking and seeing how things were going to play, and it looked pretty clear to me early on that shit just wasn't gonna. It didn't look strong. It, which really surprised me. I was expecting very big bounce. And as you can see, just these levels, it was batting around there. You had a mad tail here to start, like nice doji, and then bump down, and then it's like a tail up. And it's just like, fuck, what do I do with this? Like playing around levels, not getting support, and then it goes up, rejects down, and like shit, now it's back here. Is it just going to bounce in this range? Because you've got this whole consolidation over here, which was this was a really key level today, the 32. And then it broke down, and then it fucked around in between it again, and now it's going up. I don't know, man. Bit of a pain in the ass. So I got out of these positions not at the max positive position I could have. Had I held them, I believe I would now be a little more positive than what I was at the start, but not massively. I got out of my Microsoft. That went down quickly. I was up. This was a bit annoying because I was up about overnight. Like this was about 2 grand positive, and then in the open it just continued going down. I sold a little bit at the start, and then I was like, "Fuck, this just looks like it's going down." I got out of it. I only ended up making like $400 on that, which is really annoying because I think that was one of the best trades I've done. Like just how I played it, how I waited, how I got the level. I was so happy with it, and it's just frustrating I didn't get the reward on that. Nvidia I got out of all positions. I ended up being winners, just not big ones, sort of your 10, 20%. Although the calls I got down here, I held on to one of those, and that was like one contract was like almost 2 grand positive. So that was really good. SPY, I got out of the 496 around here during the morning. I think the 96, 97 area. Just because again, like have a look at this. It's just a fucking shit show in the morning. My levels have just been raped all day, except for this one. This was a potential entry, but because there was so much fucking around in here, I just didn't really have any confidence in it, so I didn't want to play it. So I didn't, and even though I would have made money off this one, and it's very much a bottoming tail or a shooting star sign, I'm completely fine that I didn't touch it because it just wasn't doing what I was looking for today. The big one I'm in, which I'm pretty disappointed with where this is going, but I hope we get a really nice pullback, is Netflix, because it was looking like a breakdown. It was building this massive consolidation through this range here, and it's come under, and it's looking like it's holding under. And then it's just like, all right, get fucked. Boom, rockets up. And when it got to this sort of 572, because this was my level for Netflix, it went over, and I think I shorted first in here. Did one entry there, then I did another two over here. So at about 73 I'm positive, but 570 puts. So I'm well negative in that at the moment. And I am holding though, because this top level is still key, and this ridiculous vertical move up to me looks pretty short squeezy. I'm hoping that's what's happened. We get a bit of a correction back. 560 was my target because it's through this entire range, it has constantly come back to that 560 level very consistently. I figure, look, chances of that happening over the next 2 days, pretty high. The problem where I lose this trade, and I will pull the pin, is if you get some very solid consolidation over this 579, 580 level. At that point, I've lost. trade's gone. So I will throw in the towel there. I pulled out of my second entry on Microsoft today. I'd only made a couple $100. I was only in for $1,000, so 20% win. It would be up about 400 now had I held it. So it's another frustrating thing. Looks like a bit of a run towards the end of the day. SPY's actually, hold on. I've got these 501 calls. Have we got in? Nah, they're dead. So, another loss on the SPY, just doing shorter date stuff again. Fucked it, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm in a bad Amazon trade at the moment. I'm in a bad Microsoft trade. And I'm in a bad, I'm okay with the Netflix trade. I just hope that it finishes. But looks like got a fairly strong push towards the close. So we're all closed up now. There you go. I have to see what happens if this is a pretty big adjustment from yesterday. It did not look like it was going to do this. And at the end of the day, it's just gone boom. So if we get overnight consolidation in here and it rockets, then I would be pretty bullish on the movement tomorrow. Just a bit of a lag day, slow, steady, waiting people out. But this is all pretty healthy. Like for the long-term trend, this is pretty nice. Looks good. Netflix is going to be frustrating for me. I'm completely fine with not getting back into Netflix at that 720 level. It just wasn't good enough for me. I wanted a cleaner entry. Now the 20, 21, 22 level, there's arguments around there. I wanted that 710. Didn't happen. Completely fine not taking it. So yeah, look, I was up a lot at the start of the day. I'm up about, where did I finish yesterday? I think it was about $4,000 down. So it's about an $8,000 swing from that point. For the week, I'm about $4,000 positive now. At the start of the day, I was like 12, which was, well, no, look, I can probably only really count it as 7 because that was where I sold out and that was where they were sort of locked in. And then I've gone to add these positions and they just haven't really nailed the positions down today. So, look, here's what it is. You're not always gonna nail them, and you're gonna make some mistakes. That close for Netflix is a bit of a problem for me, honestly. Makes me concerned about that trade, but I'm holding it into tomorrow. It's there now. Fuck it. What do you do? It'll be interesting to see how the Qs and that go overnight. Oh, that pulled back. Look at that. Boom. Those Qs right into a solid level there. Look, it pierced and pulled back. Maybe they're not going. I don't know. Tough day. A little bit hit and miss, but the SPYs looks like they're over. So the SPYs are looking more positive. Let's have a look at the NQ right into that level. And the ES coming up into the level. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not really sold on them yet. But I'm not sold that it's really going to take a leg higher. And the thing with NVIDIA was this epic double top. Boom. This was super clean rejection. So I don't really want to touch NVIDIA in here. I'd be okay to take another stab at it down here. I'd prefer this entry again, 94. But again, one of the things to really be cautious of here is you've got NVIDIA earnings next week. And I tell you what, if they are not fucking spectacular, that could be the top. That could well be the top in, and it makes me a little nervous holding stuff right now. So even if I don't get a massive week this week, and it's just a few grand, which I'm completely fine with, got absolutely no dramas, just making a couple of grand, like it's still good. But my target was 25. I wanted a really good week, and this morning I was like, fuck yeah, we're looking good. Maybe not, don't know. But NVIDIA earnings next week is really big for the market. That's a miss. I would think that there will be some epic fucking declines. You will see the semiconductors plummet, absolutely plummet. And even if it's a really good earnings report, I mean, fuck, the stock's nearly doubled since the last earnings report. It's bigger than Amazon now. Like, are you kidding? The market cap of this stock is bigger than fucking Amazon. Retarded. Retarded. You look at all the infrastructure, everything that Amazon provides, zero chance. Look at where it was last earnings. Down here. And this was a really good earning, like 20% better. But look at where the stock is. It's $500 and it tanked off the last earnings. 10%. Since then, it's almost doubled. It hasn't doubled. It's gone up about 80%. Really? It is ridiculous. There will be a reckoning for these. I don't know when it is. I am still bullish, or I'm playing a bullish process at the moment, simply because I've been burned on the short side like 1,000 times on that stock. I just got fucking sick of it at a point. I don't know if I'd be down on that stock overall or around even, but it is one that I just got a little bit sick of getting smashed on. So that's why I'm only playing to the upside on that. Just, yeah, it wasn't a brilliant day. It wasn't a brilliant day. Not bad by any stretch. Like I'm happy, but it just sort of looked like it was gonna do a lot more than it did. I'm pretty disappointed with this Netflix one, how that's looking at the moment, because this looks like my level has turned into support, and this is why it annoys me, because you look at this and you've got epic tail, and you've got three tails descending like this. This for me is one of like my strongest signs. Probabilities wise, this is massive for a down run. And then it comes back up and it makes tails again, and these are lower than that one. And for me, and then you get two more below it again, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Like, how many tails can you get? You got so many tails on the 15. You look at the 30-minute, looks really, really good up until that point again, and then it just flips and it fucking rockets. And you're sort of like, hold on, what has happened there? I've got 2 days for this to correct in my direction. So I've still got faith in the trade. I still think it's okay. I didn't want it over 77. That was a level I didn't want. I'm still in it, so it is what it is. You've got a negative divergence here on the daily. I don't know if that'll play out over the next 2 days, but you do have a negative divergence there. That is something to be aware of as well. Don't know. I have to wait and see. It's just a little bit frustrating, but there were probably some entries on SMCI if you wanted to go that today. This pullback wasn't good enough for me, so I didn't touch it, but there was a pullback option. Yeah, nothing else was really coming around my levels. I just wasn't going to play with Google. Wasn't going to play with, what was Amazon? What's Amazon doing? Because I've still got this fucking trade on Amazon. I need this bitch to jump back up to 175. 2 days to do it. What are the thoughts? Do we get there? That's only going to go there if the whole market goes there, which means Netflix I'm going to lose. I'd rather win big on Netflix and lose the Amazon trade, because the Netflix trade will be really, really good for me if we get that down to 560. So yeah, so there we go. I hope you guys had a green day. I hope you're up for your week. Come back and have a look tomorrow, see where we're at, and see what we can sort out for the last 2 days. And fuck, man, hopefully it's a banger. I hope everything starts going green again and runs up, and we get a nice little run, because it'll be nice to catch some good trades off the back end of the week.